Now that we're in spring, and I've had this vehicle for quite a while, put hundreds of thousands of miles onto it, I think it's about time that we go ahead and upgrade to a new vehicle. Now, we're gonna be doing this in a couple days, but we gotta start thinking about how are we going to deal with a new vehicle that does not have shelves like this one. And I think the way I'm gonna do it is with storage containers in the rear seats. So let's kind of game this out a little bit. So part of my thought is to take little containers like this and some larger containers and then fill them up with the tools that I use regularly and put it in the back seat. Now, if you have a particular system that you use in your truck, let me know. And what I plan to get is a Tacoma, and I know that you can put like a toolbox on the back of the bed. I don't want to do that because I want a bed cover to go back there, so that way I can put other tools and keep them out of the rain, and also so that way people don't steal them when I'm parked in, you know, the grocery store, or if I'm parked at like a 7-Eleven or something like that. I don't want people walking by and taking things out of the bed of my truck. This is where we got to figure out exactly what we're gonna do, and I think this solution's gonna work, but I guess the first step is we wait a couple days, we get the truck, we start unloading the van and start organizing and hope for the best, but we'll see in a few days. As you can see, we are not in the old van anymore. We've gone ahead and upgraded to a Tacoma. This one actually has 4-wheel drive, so I'm not gonna be as scared getting stuck in the middle of a field while I gotta do what I gotta do. This particular vehicle is not new, but it's new to me, and I think that I have a solution for our shelving issue. When it comes to that van, we had quite a lot of storage, and the storage was useful because it had shelves. We're in a Tacoma now. We don't have those shelves. This truck is a lot better than the van, and the solution I came up with is going to be storage boxes. So you can get these from Home Depot. So we got a couple big ones, a medium-sized one, and we got a bunch of small ones. The plan is to use them in the rear of the truck. So we labeled all of them. We have all of my miscellaneous lids, my miscellaneous bits, like the small stuffs, and then I also have all of my liquids, like my glues, underneath of that. We're gonna have all of our batteries in the back, our towels, and again, we label everything so that way we have everything nice and put away, and we don't have to worry about it getting lost. One of the major concerns I had with a truck is people coming through and taking stuff. So once we got the truck, we had to put on a bed cover, which we're gonna do right now. So if we look on in here, we see that we have some rails right across the truck bed. I'm hoping that I can connect right to those silver connection points and not have to worry about taking them out, because that could be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So as we look in, we can actually see there are instructions, thank goodness. Now I think this is going to be able to attach to the tracks we currently have. And this is gonna be the brand that we're using, Capser. The reason we want the bed cover is to keep everything hidden, but also to make it to where if I have anything that's small in the back of the truck, it doesn't just fly away while I'm driving down the highway. Ultimately, the way I'm gonna lay this out is I'm gonna put all my hoses over here, the tarp. We're gonna have small fasteners and all sorts of small stuff in the boxes in the back. We'll put my ice chest here and my camera over here. And that bed cover is gonna prevent all of that stuff from being seen because it just folds right over top of everything like so. The old van definitely had a good run. It was a good vehicle, it did what it needed to do. But we need to upgrade. It's time to start doing a little bit more, and that's where this truck comes into play. Additionally, rather than juggling other vehicles, now, instead of having to use 2 vehicles or 3, we can just use this one, and it's perfectly fine. So now, rather than having a van that breaks down regularly, we have a Tacoma. You can't kill a Toyota, you can't kill a Honda. Those vehicles are really solid. So I think by having this, we're not gonna lose as much time because of vehicles being out of commission or the cost of a rental when that vehicle is no longer in service. These ones are a lot easier to deal with, and they, you know, everybody has a Tacoma, so the parts are going to be far more readily available, especially as this thing ages. We'll have to drive it for a week or two to see how much we really enjoy it, or maybe we hate it. Maybe this was a bad mistake. But currently, initial thoughts, I think we're in pretty good shape. This was just going to be a quick video to showcase the new vehicle as we upgrade and we continue our journey in learning more about the world of well and septic. If you enjoyed this small little video, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I have videos posted every day in the world of well and septic, and today, it just so happened to be about a vehicle.